All right, so we got to talk about something real important today. You have to stop chasing penny stocks and short squeezes. You do not hear no billionaires talking about how much money they made off penny stocks and short squeezes. You do not hear nobody talking about how many penny stocks they hold in their account. That's called getting lucky. We might as well take a trip to MGM, go up to DC or fly out to Vegas and gamble, because that's exactly what you're doing. When a penny stock or short squeeze, when a short squeeze hit a stock or a penny stock shoot up, it's going to come back down. It wants to fill that gap. You chasing penny stocks for 50, 60% gains or 200% gains or whatever, you can go get that with mid cap, large cap, mega cap stocks. So by doing that, you're taking on far less risk for the same reward. I got so many stocks in my portfolios that's sitting at 50, 75, 100, 200, 800% gains. I don't need to go chase no short squeeze. I know my money good. I can sleep at night. You playing with penny stocks, that company has nothing to fall back on. Nothing. Look at what AMC did. They hit it with the short squeeze. The first thing AMC did was pull money off the table. They diluted their shares because they know that run is not organic. It's not real. Same thing with these weed stocks. Tilray, Canopy Growth. I love all of them stocks. I was buying and holding these stocks, got caught up in the short squeeze. I sold soon as I found out that we was in a short squeeze. I don't care about that money. Like, all money is not good money. Soon as I found out, that next day, Tilray and all them started dropping. It was down like, what, 30, 40% today? You do not need to be investing in no kind of way where you worried about losing half of your gains tomorrow. That's no way to invest. You get lucky, or you see somebody on the internet get lucky 1 or 2 times. That's not cool, because they're not going to tell you how many times they lost. They're not going to tell you how many L's they took. Sit down and watch those people for the next 2-3 years. See how much money they really have. They playing with fire. You do not want to play with fire. You will lose your money fast. I tell people all the time, somebody hopped in on the GameStop short squeeze mad late because their homeboy told them it was a good buy. They bought it like $300-$400, seen it go up a little bit more. They was late to the game. Trade volume going down. RSI skyrocket high. Ain't no more media coverage. They're not talking about it no more. What's the stock gonna do? It's gonna drop. It's gonna plummet. Some goofies out there still holding GameStop that they bought at $300-$400. Now, what is it? What is it, $30, $40, $50 today? I don't know. I don't even keep up with that mess. Stop doing that mess. You do not win like that long term. On a technical basis, when a stock gaps up, it wants to fill that gap. You gap up, consolidate, and then make a move up or down after that, after it consolidates. By that, I mean, let's look at Netflix. Netflix shot up. So as an investor, you know that it's probably going to come back down a little bit or trade sideways for a little while. Basically let the market catch up. Let some investors hop in, new investors. 50-day moving average start catching up. 200-day start catching up. A few weeks go by. Nine's ready to make another move. That's the kind of stuff you need to be watching on the market, not on the internet, listening to people talk about such and such going to the moon or whatever. You're not making no real money like that. And the worst part about that is having that mindset. Yeah, you got lucky one time. Do it again. Do it every day. Do it every day. I bet you probably couldn't do it again in your lifetime. That kind of stuff is going to make a lot of people lose a lot of money. Y'all need to be thinking about long-term investing. That's all you need to be focused on. That's all you need to be focused on. Stop chasing this crazy stuff in the market. You're not going to make no money like that. And I'm willing to bet whatever on it. I guarantee you're not going to make no money like that. Trade, buy and hold long-term. Start learning about options contracts. If you got a high risk tolerance, start learning about option contracts. We talk about a lot of that stuff on 6 Fat Daddy 9. We talk about this stuff in the group chat that we got. So hit me up if you want to join it. There's so many more things you could be doing with your money rather than sitting there risking it on a company that nobody heard about before yesterday. A company that nobody's going to be paying attention to tomorrow. So you got one day to hop into that short squeeze. You got one day to hop into that random burst gap up that the stock to hit, the penny stock to hit. Stop playing with fire or you really going to get burned. Just think about it like this. You invest, let's say you invest $1,000, $100, whatever. You invest $1,000 into some short squeeze, some penny stock that somebody told you about on the internet. You take that L, your account drop down to 200. Now you chasing $800. You down 800. You do it again. You re-up, you put 800 back in. You lose 500. Now you down 1,300. You re-up, do it again, another $1,000. You go down 600. Now you down $1,900, all because you keep chasing penny stocks and short squeezes and you failing. This ain't gambling. There's a difference between investing and gambling. You went down $1,900 in this scenario just because you did not want to trade long term, because you're not patient. You're not gonna get rich overnight. That stuff is 1 out of a billion. What makes you think you are that one person out of a billion people? What makes you think that? Because if you that person, then you only need to be here trading. You need to go do something else. Go test your luck somewhere else. Because you're going to lose a lot of money. It sucks because a lot of people are going to lose a whole lot of money. You take that money, you invest it long term, you're going to win. You're going to win. Stop worrying about getting rich overnight. Like, just chill, relax. Them people not making money every day. They got lucky one time. How many times you think they was unlucky before that? Somebody went up 10 bands on GameStop the other week. But how much did they lose chasing however many short squeezes, however many penny stocks? How much you think they lost before that? Tell them to talk about that. So yeah, they might have came up 10 bands, but was it already down 30 from previous trades? Because they not thinking long term, they're not trading long term. You got to ask yourself those kind of questions. Don't believe everything you just see on the internet. There's always a deeper story to it. But me, I keep it real. I kick the whole game to you. I show you days that I'm up, days that I'm losing. I show everybody everything. Like today, my account unrealized losses was probably like 400 or 500 or something. And I posted all of it. But in that, I took so much profit off the table. Then I just took that profit, reinvested it into stuff that I thought was at discounts. I reinvested it into stuff that I thought was sitting on a strong trend. I reinvested it into stuff that I thought had high growth. That's what you're supposed to do with your money. When you up, you stay up. You don't go chasing. We don't chase females. We don't chase stocks. We don't do none of that. Like I told my homeboy that same thing today. Told BJ, ask him. He was trying to get in on SNDL, that sundial flower shit. I told him, I said, BJ, we don't chase females and we don't chase stocks. Everything that we want come to us. You gotta have that mindset. Stop chasing stuff, man. You gon' get it if you give yourself time. I talked about this before. Increase the time horizon. You increase your chances of succeeding. You shorten that time horizon, chasing short squeezes and penny stocks, you shorten your probability to win. And people is not winning. So basically you got something like Netflix gapping up and something like CRTM gapping up. That's one of the little penny stocks that everybody been talking about lately. CRTM gapped up for what? Because somebody sitting behind a desk posted about it? Or what? Netflix gapped up because they had strong earnings. They surprised their investors. Growth is going better than a lot of people expected. So you can expect Netflix to consolidate, fill and consolidate and head towards an uptrend. It's called like a pennant or like a flag type stuff. You'll expect to see something like that. Stuff like CRTM, Tilray on the short squeeze. I like Tilray and I love the weed industry, but this short squeeze is not it. Those types of plays and penny stocks and short squeezes, CRTM, GameStop, they're gonna fill that gap and they're not gonna head back towards no uptrend. So that's the difference in what you're looking at. And that's what you have to understand as an investor. Yeah, we get excited when our investments gap up, but we gotta be realistic with ourselves. Where is this company headed? Why did they gap up? Is volume anywhere near our average volume? Because CRTM's volume today is 300% higher than the 3-month average. You think it's gonna stay near there? Do you? If you do, you're sick. Be real with yourself. Be smart. Look at the RSI, look at the trends, look at all that stuff. Understand these things before you go dumping money into stuff, because you will lose money fast.